Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. Welcome back to Oil 1, where I think we're going to try and continue with things. I have brought over, it's all the way up there, but there is a power line that is now stretching from the main factory off the main power grid and is coming all the way down here. I haven't actually looked at it like up close to make sure that it's actually connected all the way along, but I brought it over by connecting, like, you know, pulling power lines out of each power pole, so fingers crossed it should be fine. I also came back with a load of concrete, and I started setting things up so that we can have, like, the the crawl space for belts full of barrels and stuff. And I've gone kind of big with this so far. I've still got a decent amount of concrete on me, but you know, these oil refineries are pretty big structures, and we're going to need to set down quite a few of them. I haven't quite figured out how I want to lay everything out just yet, so we're going to get up here, and just, I might pop one up here. I'm going to put down a lookout tower so that we can find the ladder first, and we can see things from a slightly more agreeable perspective. Oh wow, that is quite a ways out. Yeah, we need to like balance out all of the materials that are going to be coming in and figure out where we want to send them and how we want to lay all of this out. So it's time to start figuring that out. So that's a nice 5x5 grid on the top floor. These refineries are going to take up quite a bit of space, obviously. But we want... How many did we want? We want 6 of each, don't we? 1 of each per pump. So, yeah, that's going to be 6 making fuel, 6 making... No. Yeah, 6 making fuel, 6 making rubber, 6 making plastic. Yeah, I have got that right. I'm struggling with my numbers today, I think. So what we could do would be set up, we'll say slap you right in the middle here. Right, I think that's in the right spot, and I think this one is as well. Maybe. Might want to come forward a little bit. I think that's got it. I just want to make sure that, yeah, you should be able to connect perfectly right there. Sweet. Well, that's 6 refineries right here. These are all currently set up for making plastic, and we're going to be able to make 135 per minute with this system. I do need to figure out where I want to send all of the other refineries, where I want to lay everything. But I have a feeling we're going to do kind of a similar thing to what we did with the smelters and the copper setup. We'll have the belts running underneath, and then they'll kind of split off, go to the various refineries to do various different things. In fact, what I might do is I might set up this lot over this side, another lot over this side for maybe like the rubber, because they're going to use the same amount, and then whatever's left over can come further down and go into producing fuel. Yeah, I think that could work nicely. So we're going to quickly clear out some of this stuff. Oh, there's a thing in this. It's a Mercersphere. I don't have enough space for you. No, I really don't, do I?
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
You know, I'd love to harvest that specimen, but I don't have the space for it at the moment, so I'm sorry, weird variant of Ada, you're going to have to just be quiet for a moment.
Harvest.
You shush! Look, weird alien thing. Oh, I can pick you up now. There we go. Right, you okay? Fine? Good. Ugh, nuts to that. I think I'll leave a gap of 3 spaces. And then... I need more concrete because I keep running out because I'm always putting foundations everywhere. I haven't got any left. Oh, fuckles. I thought I brought enough for all of this. God damn it. Okay. I mean, at the very least, we could go about getting rubber and plastic produced. I think I've got just enough to get enough space to get the last of these in. Yep, that should be fine. Alright, and these ones are going to be producing rubber. They're going to make a little bit more than the plastic will. But that's fine. So that's got that. Then we're going to want some conveyor poles. I can't even make conveyor poles because I don't have concrete, do I? It's alright, actually, because I do need to cannibalize some of the foundations down here. Because we're going to need to be able to bring the belts up through this space. So we'll do it like this for a minute. I mean, I have been picking up some limestone, so I could make myself some concrete using the craft bench on the back of the tractor. But we'll run the belts along here, so how much do I need to send off to all of these? They're going to be using 30 per minute. So we need 180 going off to the different machines under here. And I want to try and balance things a little bit better. Let's see if we can figure out a good way of doing that. I've got an idea. It might work. So, what I'm thinking of doing here is we'll have 2 belts that are coming in from like the storage containers that will be outside. They'll be stockpiling crude oil as much as we need. Then we'll bring them under here, underneath the canopy. And then over here we'll have... so, for example, we'll bring a line in this way. This will be feeding into the plastic. It will split here and go off this way. Then it will split here again and go off to a splitter at this point, say where the cross is on the or the join is on the foundations, and then that will split 3 ways and feed each of the refineries equally. Once all of this stuff backs up, whatever is left over, well, actually, whatever's not split off to go down this way, will come up here, and then both belts, once they split off to their various productions, will merge, and then this lot will go off down to the fuel. Right, it's not going to be perfectly balanced by any means, but I think I quite like the way that this could work out. So I'm going to play around with that and see if I can get some infrastructure in place. It also doesn't help that I haven't set the bloody stackers underneath the right machines. Oh, I know what I'm doing. But these guys are only going to need conveyor lift Mark 1s. So that's fine. Let's get those in place. And we can get rid of these stackers coming out in the middle, or this point. Right, that should work okay, I think. This is going to have to be a Mark II belt, but we can change that around once we get the rest of the infrastructure in. But we'll need a Mark III belt coming down from the main input line, I think. Yeah, that seems about right. But we'll do the usual thing of, encasing a lot of this open space above with walkways and all that sort of stuff. Let's get the other side sorted. We'll get rid of these stackers, because they're not in the right places. They're not in the red places. Right, so we want a belt coming across here. Well, I always try to work backwards from these sorts of builds. It just tends to make things a little bit easier for me, I think. Kind of start where all of the belts need to go, and then work back to your input line. Especially when dealing with like all this number of splitters, all like kind of elevated and kind of all over the place. Right, that should have that bit sorted. All we need to do now is sort out the splitter off the main input belt. And you're going to go directly there. So that should work out great. I'm also trying to think, is there a way I could play with the belt speed to make sure that things come through here on a priority until I can get the programmable splitters, or the smart splitters, whichever one they are. I think there are meant to be two variants. So we've got 270, I need 180 to come through here. So we could push this down to a Mark 1. But then the amount of oil that's going to be going off down towards fuel is not going to be enough. Now, we'll keep it on a Mark 3. It will just have to stay as it is for the time being. I might have to move the storage containers so that they're a little more in a suitable spot. It's a good job that I didn't actually hook power up to everything just yet, because that could have gotten messy. And in fact, what I might do, just because of the space that we've got down here, I might stick a couple of storage containers, like one behind the other. I don't know if I can connect them like nose to butt, like that. I mean, I don't know. Could I get a belt in there? If I can get a belt in there, then I'm doing this. Ooh, ooh. I can get a belt in there. That's perfect. So we'll load these with three of the oil pumps. I may even stick another container in here just so that we've got an extra bit of buffer space. But yeah, 3 of the oil pumps will feed into this. Although with only one input, the throughput isn't going to be fantastic. But we're only able to feed things out, going back out with a Mark III belt anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. We can just upgrade the belts later on. So that should be fine. But I'll take the inputs of belts from over here. One thing that I haven't thought about is, like, I mean, the main reason I haven't thought about it is because the current belt throughput isn't going to support it, but overclocking these things. Because if I overclock them, each one will be able to put out 300 crude a minute. That's not bad. Although I have just run the numbers on how much power this whole thing is going to consume. It's quite a bit. We're going to be consuming over a gigawatt just for this entire setup. Might be a little bit more than I was anticipating, but we need to get this whole thing set up so that we can get the next power system researched. So we're just... all I'm going to focus on at the moment is going to be getting the... I don't really care if this is a bit too messy at the moment. I just kind of want to get things in place. I'm also going to disconnect this. Oh, there's a bit of a problem with trying to get more of the storage containers over this side. Okay, I got a different idea about what I could do with those. If I can at least get one in over this side, I might be able to work something else. Right, can I get belts? Yeah, they can just merge through the floor. Awesome. That'll work much better. That's even more storage. So yeah, this whole thing is just kind of getting cobbled together at the moment, but I'm trying to leave as much of this in so that it can be a permanent addition. So it can be a permanent kind of setup. You know, we can come back and we can make changes to belt speeds. Once we do go about overclocking it, I might need to overhaul the actual production of stuff. But again, that could just be an overclock thing. We could maybe run it that way. I'll have to think on that. Okay, I want to connect this guy up. Oh, I'm missing a wire? Do I have that in the truck? Yes, oh thank God. Concerned I was missing materials. That's not good. Yeah, I want to bring power over to the oil pumps that are going to be over this side at the very least. So, I'll connect you up there. Oh, I need to bring some power poles over this side as well, don't I? It would certainly help me in my current construction project, wouldn't it? Yeah, these two and the other one that's down on the other side, they can go feed the rest of the system. You bring that on there. Connect. And connect. And system online. Let's go see if we've got some crude barrels. Oh, we do, and why are you not moving? Merger. Yeah. Oh, that's coming out the wrong bloody hole, isn't it? Does that mean I got all the belts the wrong way round? Yeah, of course it fucking does. There we go! A full Mark III belt of crude oil. Just what the factory ordered. Sweet, and that'll all just quite literally barrel its way into some storage. But now we need to sort out some power for everything. Did I bring my quick wire with me? No, I didn't. I don't think I need the quick wire anyway, so we'll put main power lines coming up this way, and then we'll branch off. We can probably just power everything like this. Okay, before I set up the, we'll properly connect the power and the belts, I want to get mergers in to all of these, and then I think I want a storage container just here at the end. I'll put you right there. And how much did I work this out at? Hang on. 135, so we're going to want a Mark III belt coming out of here. Yeah, sod it, we'll just do the whole lot on Mark III. I don't really care. I should have plenty of steel back at the base, because it's all just been going into a container while we've been gone. Well, let's hook this up. Oh yeah, you need to connect there, don't you? Let's hook it up and see if it's working. Oh, wait, belts. Fucking remember that. We're going to need to wait for things to back up on this bit, and then we should get full throughput here. Everything will go off to its perfectly balanced setups, and then we can see if we are going to be producing plastic. Oh, there we go! Our first oil products! Oh! I feel like such a monster for destroying this planet's infrastructure. Yes, give me the good stuff. I was almost concerned the ones down the end weren't actually producing, but nope, they're doing fine. And they're all filling up quite nicely. I think that's fantastic. Okay, I do want to check. Let's have a look at the workbench on the back of the tractor so we can see what stuff we need for what's coming up. So we have plastic. We're nearly done with setting up rubber, and we'll be moving on to fuel later on. For now, I don't really think we need to worry about it. But we need the plastic for making circuit boards, and then we need the circuit boards and plastic for making computers. And then I think we can go about doing the, I think from there we can go about, like, putting in the milestones for the new stuff. I think computers are what we're kind of missing for that. That and the heavy modular frames. But at the moment, screw trying to get that stuff set up. We will need to look into building some manufacturers at some point. But I mean, these things are fucking huge. And yeah, we haven't even got the materials to be able to make it yet, because we need the computers for it. But already building up a nice stockpile of plastic, so that's pretty damn good. Let's see if we can get the rubber going as well. It might be a bit of a problem trying to get the power connections in, because I don't have the concrete to be able to build anymore. Okay, well, maybe what we could do... We don't really need the rubber... Like, oh... We don't strictly need the rubber for anything right now. We will need it for making things like the gas mask. We can use it for making the... Oh, actually, I have thought about something that I might want the rubber for. I wonder if I can grab some crude from somewhere. If I can make stuff with the crude. I've got an idea of what I'd like to do. Okay, I've got some materials sorted. We'll head... I beg your pardon? What the... Oh, holding the wrong buttons. I think that's the problem. Are we good? Are we good to go? Can we move? Fantastic. Oh, it's being one of those days. Yeah, we'll get ourselves back to the factory proper. Oh, I do want to just check the power requirements at the moment. Oh, actually, we're not doing too bad. That's looking rather nice. So I'm less concerned about the power than I thought would be, but then we've got less than half of this outpost online. So it could get far worse as things grow and develop around here. Oh god. We're definitely going to need to build some ramps and stuff around here, aren't we? I gotta say, getting this little guy to go up some of those steep climbs... Oh god, fucking limestone. It's always in my goddamn way. Let's just get rid of you, shall we? Oh, this is the fun bit. Going downhill. Yes! Can we break 100 kilometers an hour? Come on, come on, come on, we're so close. Oh no, we got like 97. Ah. Should make the Explorer. I bet going downhill that I could break 100. Oh god, I keep forgetting. I need the gas mask for that. Really do. Although if I get this guy automated to bring supplies back from Oil 1, probably won't be so much of a problem then. Right. While I am here, I need to grab some screws. I've got some stuff that I want to make. I do need to dump a load of stuff in here as well. The limestone can be crafted into concrete. Oh, before I forget, let's check this.
Percentage of sulfur in compounds is acceptable and can be extracted safely to create gunpowder-based explosives. The derived milestone can be found in Tier 4. Further research required for more precise use.
More precise use, I see. Nobelisks. We need to chuck some of those into the man. I'm also going to research the alien organs, because I've got quite a lot of those now. And we can make some use of them. So let's chuck these in. Alien organs, go. Research. We'll come back and check on that in a bit, but it's not quite as important as being able to see what we have available in Hub Tier 4. Explosives! Select that milestone. Let's fucking load this thing up. Right, I need 2,000 copper wire. Oh, we might be struggling on copper wire at the moment. I'm not sure we've got enough. We've only got 2 of these containers full of it. Load of cable as well. Then I need to go and grab some regular modular frames. Actually, I've got enough. And I need to go and find some rotors. Well, there's a big old row of rotors right over here, so give me all of them. Ah, explosives unlocked.
Sulfur can now be used to craft nobelisks. A remote detonator can be made in the equipment workshop. In anticipation for carrying explosives, R&D has inflated your pocket dimension and added an additional equipment slot.
Ain't that generous of them? So over here we can now make black powder, which is made with coal and sulfur. Then we need the Nobelisk detonator and the Nobelisks themselves. So this is what you equip. This is essentially, you know, the weapon, the device. And then you reload it to arm yourself with a new Nobelisk. And you can throw them down as often as you like, and then you can detonate them either as you throw them down or all at once you've laid down a big spread. And, oh, it's going to be so much fun once we get those. But we do need to automate sulfur and black powder production. There were some other things that I wanted to do, and I can't remember what they were now. Oh, yes, I need to go and find some screws. You see, one thing I was thinking is, you know, I like the tractor. It's a lovely little thing. The lovely little sugar cube, as it's been nicknamed. You know, he's very good at his job. But I think, you know, for future kind of excursions and adventures out into the wilds when we need a vehicle, I was thinking of having an upgrade. Finally, I have the unit. Oh, this thing's so fucking massive. And, you know, it is a much more kind of sluggish kind of vehicle. It does move a hell of a lot slower, but oh, it's great. It handles like a bugger, but God, is it fun to drive around. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over these belts. Oh, hang on. You got your front wheel on it. Go on, get those wheels over. Yes. Exactly what I like to see. Oh, chase down that tractor. Go for him. Come on. Gotta catch up. I actually want to head over to the power station anyway, because I need to check out the... Oh, yeah, once you pick up speed, you're actually better than the tractor, I think. Oh, race you. I'll race you. Can I fit? No. Okay. Might be a slight problem with the truck. It don't fit through the gaps. But you know what? It's fine. Yeah, I want to just make sure that the increased drain on the power isn't going to be, like, exhausting the coal supply, because that could end up with a nasty loop of... actually, you know what? I think it's alright. Yeah, I think things are going fine over here. Not really anything to worry about. God, look at the size of the bloody thing! Oh, I love this thing. It's a great vehicle. Especially when it, like... Oh, God, look at it bounce! But we might just have to park you out over here for the time being, because... oh. Bugger. You see, one thing about the tractor is it can sometimes plough through those trees. The truck seems to struggle with that, despite the fact that it's so much bigger. It's weird. But I think that is probably going to have to do it for this episode. I'm going to set up my next milestone, and that is going to be expanded power infrastructure. I want to set my target up, and I want to give myself a goal to achieve. But to that end, I think we're going to have to do a little bit of kind of reconstruction work. I need to optimize the steel, and I've already kind of started getting things ready for that. If you remember the location that I showed off in the last week, can't remember if it was one in the last episode, but I came back over here when I was trying to get all the materials set up for you know, getting all the heavy modular frames and everything. And I laid down a load of foundation, obviously same grid pattern as the main factory. And I placed down all of the miners. These are all Mark IIs. They've not been overclocked yet, I don't think. I don't think I've had enough... No, I haven't had enough power shards to be able to overclock everything over here. But we've got all of the miners in place. We just need to set up the actual production structures. So what we may do for the next episode or two would be set up the kind of the steel production outpost over here. And this can be like another sort of self-contained thing, much like the copper. We'll have to bring in some coal from somewhere. I know the nearest is obviously going to be by the power station, just down here. But there's some more over in this little shadowy section of the map. I'm wondering if there might be some up this way. We could maybe go and... Oh, there is some up there, just past the pod that requires the gas mask. So we could maybe go on an adventure up there to try and get the coal and bring that in via truck. Or tractor. Probably truck, because it can carry more. Can carry twice as much. But from there, we'll go about sorting out all of the productions we're going to need for getting the heavy modular frames and the computers all set up, so that we can start doing these later game milestones. Because we haven't got a huge amount left to research. We'll probably go about doing the, you know, making a start on trying to get explosives as well now, because we can search for sulfur. And I do know where one node is. I'm not sure if it's the nearest one. I think it's somewhere around here. Somewhere up this way. If I'm correct. I am. Good. There's some also over that way. Well, we'll have to figure out which one of those we want to go for. If there's coal over there as well, we could just have black powder being produced over in that little area. So we've got plenty of construction projects ahead of us, but I do think steel is something that needs to be updated, because we've been struggling with the pitiful amount of production that we've currently had going. So I think for now, I'm going to wrap this video up here, and I'm just going to say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, check me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. What, no carousel music? Oh, never mind then. I can't get off now. Oh God, it was a trap. I'm going to be stuck here forever.